Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to tonight's edition of Crash Landing, and I'm joined once again by my best friend Alien. How you doing?
No.
And tonight I'm trying to jump into this scenario with the impeccable, the Federation capital ship. It was here just now, but as I was trying to set up the stream, a bunch of how can I put it? Slightly less than friendly human players have decided to nudge me around and hey, Crash, look at me, Crash, Crash, look at me. So there it is. There's the ship we were looking for. So let's get a closer look at this. Hopefully you can see it coming through in the stream in a second, Alien.
Yep.
I did see something really funny earlier on. I wish I was streaming it actually, but I was just sat nosing around in the asteroid field trying to find other commanders, and I noticed one. It was. Shields was down for no apparent reason, and suddenly they've popped back up, but before the shields could actually recharge, they just exploded on the spot. So I assumed they'd accidentally put themselves into silent running mode and noticed the heat was building up and didn't switch back in time. So I was just perplexed as to why, suddenly the ship just pop in the distance. It's like no one was shooting it, didn't hit an asteroid, just pop.
I had a go earlier today and I turned everything off, even life support. I just turned everything off and sat there.
Oh, did you? What, to see what happened?
Yeah.
Do you know, it's funny you should say that actually. I was playing around with the settings myself to see what things you could do with the different module things, and I'll if I actually I'll come out. I'm hiding in the let's say it's a cargo bay or a docking bay or something on the back of the capital ship because quite frankly, if I don't, people will find me and start prodding me because that's all this happened.
Watch this stream, see where you hide, and then they'll come and find you.
Exactly. Yeah. This is my one hiding space. I'm just going to sit here. So yeah, I was looking at the modules panel over here on the various sections you can turn off, and I found this really strange thing. I don't know whether it was a genuine bug or whether it was an intentional part of it. But you know how you can switch into silent running mode, and effectively your signature on the bottom right corner here is your scanner signature, is how much you show up to everyone. If I there you go, put it into silent running mode, effectively that signature pretty much disappears. No one can see you except Alpha Backer 88398, who's just flying into my view. Has he seen me? No. I'm just going to sit here, make sure my lights are off. So I'll take it back out of silent running mode. And so my heat dissipation on the scanner on the side here is going to start ticking back down. As we all know, you go into silent running mode, and you disappear off people's scanners, but you effectively build up your internal heat to stop you sitting in that mode forever and getting away with murder effectively. But what I found is if you go into this panel and switch off everything, just your shield generators, leave everything else on. Now my heat dissipation is starting to go down. Now, as long as I sit here for a while, and to speed things up, I mean, I can turn my engines off for a while, because my engines are your biggest producer of heat. I can probably turn everything off, actually. I'll just leave the life support on. Yeah, I'll don't suffocate.
You have about 10%.
yeah. So I'll let that tick down. So I'm about 10% now. What I found is that by leaving the shields off, I still have a little bit of a signature, but effectively I wasn't producing anywhere near as much heat as what you normally would under normal running conditions. So I haven't got shields on. My ship is naked, no shields. I'm completely exposed to fire, but I've only got 1% heat generation at the moment, and every other system is active. So you can see my cockpit is frozen up. My signature is very low. It's not completely disappeared, so I would still be visible, but it's very low. Now I don't know whether that's an intentional part of the game or whether that's something that you're supposed to be able to tweak at the moment. I'll leave it open for everyone to discuss whether or not they think that's a viable tactic, but effectively, because my drives are still fully powered, I've still got all my maneuverability, and I'm pretty well disappearing off the radar for most people, so I don't know whether that's an acceptable tactic or not. What do you think, Alien?
I'm one of these. I'm in the camp where it's anything goes, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think
I
if you
mean,
know.
there's a big debate about whether you should be able to ram people, and I'm like, oh my god,
Hey, if it's in the game, it's doable.
yeah,
No, no, I tend to agree. I mean, I remember playing various games before. I think was it Aliens versus Predator Online, and there was all this argument between myself and friends about things. I think the disc weapon was seen as massively overpowered, and it's like, well, it's in the game. I'm gonna use it. You know, it's like it's like I'm sorry, you know, I'm just don't play as against Predator. Then you know, it's like that's the way it was. So absolutely, you know, if it's a viable thing you can do in the game, then by all means, I'm going to give it a try. You know, I'm going to see how I can tweak these things to my advantage.
because there's two big debates going on in the alpha forum. Should ramming be acceptable?
Mm.
I.e., should they nerf ramming? And the
Yeah.
other one is, are gimbaled weapons acceptable? And there's two threads on that. One thread saying should gimbaled weapons be
Yeah.
nerfed,
Hmm.
and the other thread is should gimbaled weapons be banned?
But what? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. I think I saw the one about nerfing them. And I think no. I mean, it's at the moment they're just things. They're just options in a menu that we're all picking. But of course,
Yeah.
you know, when the full game is released, they're going to be something you have to earn. You have to achieve. You're going to be saving your credits up to go and get these things. So. No, they shouldn't be nerfed because they should be a better weapon that you're going to want to aspire to and you know and obtain, you know, through playing the game. So
Yeah.
so no, you know, at the moment I can see why people don't like them because it's one of those things that someone just picks it up in a menu and they've immediately got an advantage over you. Yes,
Yeah.
that's understandably annoying, but when the full game is released, like I said, those options are going to be something that someone's going to have to work towards getting, and if you achieve that in the game and that gives you the advantage, then you've earned it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I did suggest in the banning gimbal weapons thread that that if you want to rebalance it, you just make it so that the smaller ships can't mount gimbal weapons, and only
Yeah.
the larger ships, like an Anaconda, for example, can mount gimbal weapons. And the reason for that being that the larger ships turn slower, so
Yes.
they need the assistance of gimbal weapons.
Absolutely.
Whereas the smaller ship, which is faster and
More nimble, yeah.
more maneuverable, doesn't need gimbal weapons. So you've got a balance there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's and that's my number one option that, you know, I keep going back to it in every argument, but I feel that it is absolutely the most pertinent response to all of these things. Is it's all about balance. You know, you can add anything you want to the game. You can come up with any other imaginary technology for any situation. You know, in the lore, the things, you know, about plasma accelerators and things like that. What's to say someone couldn't come up with something? I'm entirely speculating. Don't shoot me. You know, some sort of compact plasma accelerator that you can fit on things like that. As long as it's balanced, I'm all for
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
don't mind. If you have some kind of mini one-shot plasma accelerator, which is like a you know, a big kill switch, you only get one shot at it, and then you have to take it back to your the station and recharge it, or, you know, re-kit it out or something like that. But it's one of those get out of a bad situation type things where it's just like a huge shockwave weapon. It's like bang, hit you, and then I can escape the situation. I'm all for that sort of thing, as long as it's got some balance. Like I said, it's a one-shot deal. You could, you know, something like that. It's not, you know, you can't throw these things in and expect them to be, you know, throw all these weapons into the mix and expect everyone to just kind of work out what's the best way. You've got to have some kind of balance in there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do something like nerf the gimbal weapons, where does it stop? Because the next thing would be nerf the missiles.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Nerf them if they throw cargo canisters at you while you're attacking.
yeah, I've heard that one as well. There was something that someone was moaning
I
about.
mentioned it. I said, well, I want to be able to have creative ways to fight, and if one of those creative ways is ejecting a cargo canister in such a way that it hits the person attacking you, I want to be able to do that.
That actually sounds really funny. I got to scooch up to you, put it into flight assist, pull back so my ship's flying towards you belly up, and then jettison my cargo and shoot away. I think that's
What I don't want is you think up something like that,
Mm.
and because no one's thought of it before, obviously no one's come up with a way to counter it. So someone comes on and goes, "No, I want that banned."
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like, if it's part of the gameplay mechanics, it's in there, then it should be absolutely fair game. You know, if it becomes one of these things which is like a really, really, undefeatable thing in the game, then yeah, Elite Frontier are going to have to come up with some sort of balance to it, some sort of mechanic which counteracts it, and that's absolutely the most critical thing. Like they've said with like ECM, everyone has been complaining about how ECM is going to be worked in this version of the game, and it can't be an I win click button. That's it. It just works. But there has to be some kind of balance. There has to be some way. It's like as good as a missile is, there has to be some way of counteracting that missile. And the same is true for every single element of the game. And that's where the balance comes into play. Is there has to be something which is an equal negative version of every other thing in the game.
Yeah.
So Newtonian game design.
Getting back to you talking about not having shields on.
Mhm.
I turned my shields off earlier today, and I had someone not ram me at high speed, but like nudge me, sort of thing. And there was no damage to my hull.
Yeah, it does seem to take the velocity of the impact and everything into account. So that's that's at least one saving grace. I must admit, about 1:30 this morning, I'm still tired. I was messing around with a bunch of folks online, and we set up a bunch of them like right close to each other, and then I just rammed into the whole lot like billiard style to see what would happen, and just to see. I did record it offline, but I'll have to try and post it up. I think I can't remember everyone who was involved, but I know we at least had Mobius and Psycho Cow there, so that's why it was crazy. We were all drinking. It was some silly time in the morning, so we just thought, hey, let's try this, see what happens. And to be fair, I think everyone else kind of had a bit of a fender bender and kind of bounced off each other. I exploded into a shower of debris. So so yeah, ramming seems to be completely countered by that. You're not really going to get much of a benefit if you decide to just slam into everyone. But hey, it's a tactic. If you're down to 2% hull and you ain't going to get out of a situation, then why the heck not? Why can't you slam into someone to give them a bit of a up yours before you go out?
And I did something interesting as well in the in impeccable defense scenario when the capital ship didn't show up.
Oh yeah.
I slowly flew up to the naval beacon.
Oh yeah.
Very slowly flew up to it. And I gently touched it. This is with my shields up, by the way.
Yeah.
Gently touched it and slowly increased my throttle. And on the panel, the marker for my throttle was fully up.
Yeah.
But my speed wasn't. It fills up in yellow.
Yes, yeah, on the right hand side, yeah.
It was empty, but my marker was fully up. I wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, I did notice this actually in the 1.1 alpha, that there is a limit to the way that the beacons work at the moment. They are designed to be a fixed static point of reference currently to allow players to get their bearings, so they are completely immovable objects. You cannot nudge them or do anything like that, unfortunately, but it literally is just the way that they've set up the alpha. When beacons are in use in the full game, obviously, then they're probably going to be movable objects. You can probably destroy them to irritate people, and so on and so forth. But yeah, at the moment, beacons are absolutely completely solid static objects you can't move, which is rather odd when you think about everything else in space is just free floating. These things are like rigid and not going anywhere. Interesting. Maybe I should ram one and see what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Oh, the cargo. So I've been playing around with the cargo. I'm getting used to doing this old cargo pickup in a moment. I like the little display. Have you seen the display much on the cargo pickup?
I have.
Ah, yeah.
I've tried scooping quite a few times. One time I tried it, I was going way too fast, and I blew up when I hit the cargo.
Oh dear! Seriously, you hit it that hard? Oh my word!
Yeah, from full shields and 100% hull, hit the cargo canister too fast and blew up.
What the heck? What the heck? Someone just started taking me out. Who the heck?
Yeah, people will attack you because you're slow and trying to scoot.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I didn't even get to say who that was. Who was that? Who shot me? I bet
Oh,
it
that's
was.
nothing. I tried going into the free-for-all scenario earlier. I think I
Oh,
lasted about 30 seconds
tell
max.
me about it. Yeah, it is a pretty brutal scenario, that one, I must admit. But I bet that was Mr. Stroud, wasn't it? Bet that was him.
I don't know. I did not even get a chance to turn around and see who was attacking me.
This is the problem I got at the moment, and we were talking about this, I think, on the group chat, and I think I was saying to a couple of people, saying I wouldn't mind something along the lines of a select last attacker button or something like that, so you can at least see on the scanner who's shooting at you, where the heck's that coming from, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I think who. Oh, it was
The
John.
simple answer to it is when you're getting attacked and you press the select hostile key, it automatically selects who's attacking you.
Yeah, yeah,
Because then, at least then, you've got that ship selected and you'll either see the name pop up or you can swing round and target who is attacking you.
yeah, yeah.
If you're not being attacked and you press the select hostile key, it'll just select nearest hostile.
Nearest red target. Yeah.
But if you're being attacked, it selects the person attacking you.
Mm. So effectively, there is a button there, and I just haven't noticed.
No, that's what I'm saying. It should do. I'm not saying that's what it
Oh
does.
right. Oh okay. Right. Yeah. I
saying
haven't
that's
used that much actually.
It could do.
That's like button 27, I think. Something. one of these on there. This thing's insane. I'm still not used to it. But no, it's yeah. I don't know how. I mean, even if there was something, maybe in the full game, when we've got all of the stats and everything going on, like you see in some games, maybe if there was just like a list of everyone who's taken you out. So like a vengeance list, so you can go chase those people down and get your own back. I'd be fine with that. If I do
Have
end
a
up
list
getting
of
killed.
killed, if you're going to have
Yes, absolutely, yeah. So I
you
think
have killed such and such, and you have been killed by such and such.
yeah, I think I am suffering the what is currently known in the forums as the Starfield bug, where
It's not crashed. It just takes forever to bring the menu back up.
yeah. And it's churning away. I can see the CPU is going absolutely nuts. So.
Do you know what I do when this happens to me?
Mm-hmm.
I go and make a mug of tea.
That's what I did earlier on, and it
That's
worked
what I
lovely. Yeah, but in the interest of the stream, I would just force close it and
Yeah.
yeah. Nobody wants to be watching a dialogue. So all of these things have all been logged, and they are being fixed. So there's no need to worry there. So let's try the free for all and see how many seconds I last for. It is a bit like that at the moment.
Yeah.
Oops. Okie dokie. Whoa. Everyone is red. Absolutely everyone. This is a bad place to be.
I did some dancing with Commander Drew Wager this
Oh, really? You bumped into him?
quite literally.
It's like, wait, whoa.
Yeah, we sort of flew up to each other and proceeded in literally wing waggling.
That does seem to be this kind of like this communication method which has popped out, where it's like someone it's like you kind of sit there and hi, it's me, yeah, because we've got no voice or text comms or anything in the game at the moment, so everyone's just kind of like just gonna rock back and forth and flash my forward lights, just hey, it's me, hi, sort of thing. Yeah, it's funny how that kind of like communication has naturally occurred.
Do you want to say the communication I engaged in with you in earlier when I spotted you?
Yes. I thought, oh, it's Alien. Hi, Alien. I'd walk over there. Shooting me. Panic.
No, I hope you noticed I didn't relentlessly shoot you. I shot you a little bit and then stopped.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, Fight, damn you!
I just want to
And then
say
I
hi.
shot at
I
you
just said
again
hi.
because you weren't fighting.
Yeah,
You
I
got the
thought.
message eventually.
Yeah, I thought. Oh, okay, I'm down to about 30% hull. I thought, yeah, okay, I'm gonna wade in there. Roll the sleeves up. Right, let's see if I can find right. See, I'm being really mean here. Let's call it tactical. Um, I thought, as there's like 3 million people in this scenario. No, God knows how many people are in this scenario. There's a lot of people in this scenario. I thought I will just take a step back and pick off some stragglers. Because to be fair, that's probably the only way you're going to survive in this particular scenario. Right.
One of the times I tried the impeccable defense scenario today, which didn't have any capital ship or even NPCs to shoot at, just 3 players. One of the times I tried it today, I tried flying to the planet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
How far did you get before you got bored?
5 minutes and the game crashed.
Oh no! That's typical.
Yeah.
It is a surprisingly long way, isn't it? I mean, I did manage to get to the planet in the 1.1 alpha, like I mentioned to a few people. I never streamed it, so sorry, because I was being naughty, trying to see how I can break things. But yeah, I did manage to get there, and it took the best part of about 4 or 5 hours, I think, and that was from the scenario where you're effectively as close to the planet as, you know, at the closest start. And it took forever. I left the PC running overnight with flight assist off, and basically, I think I had like a lead weight or something sat on the tab key to boost and boost and boost, and it was just like, yeah, just keep going, keep going, keep going, and yeah, it was ridiculous. But I did manage to get right near the atmosphere of the planet. I am.
Someone's mentioned on the forum that in the files downloaded with 2.1, is data for something like 1,000 systems.
Oh my word. That
And
is...
if you order them in size, the largest one is Sol, apparently.
Really? Because it's, yeah, all the detail and information, and yeah, I suppose it's the one we know the most about, so... I am getting my backside handed to me. I must admit, these AI do seem to have been tweaked a little bit from the scenarios in the previous alpha. Ah! Saved by the crash. Damn. Yeah, so I think a lot of us have been aware already with all these extra features they've rushed in for us. We've got some bugs going on. Oh, sorry, I must admit I haven't caught the chat on there. I see Deathwatch has put something about if you don't have your shields up, you take damage when you're going too fast. I did notice that in the 1.1 and the 1.0, but I wasn't sure if it was because I was going fast or whether it was because effectively my heat was going up really, really quickly, and I was effectively taking damage because I was overheating internally. So I'll have to check that out. Actually, I'm not sure how much of an effect that happens. Okie dokie. I see I'm getting a bunch of drop frames tonight. I'm not sure how the stream's coming across.
The game was hung,
Yeah.
the webcam was lagging, and even your audio to me was lagging.
Okay. Okay, I see it's flashing red at me, so I'm dropping a few things at the moment. Not sure why. Let me try shuffling it around.
Well, when I say your audio was lagging, it was cutting out, if you know what I mean.
Oh, really? Okay then. Let me try.
Or chopping, or however you want to.
Okay, okay.
Well, I don't know what the audio expert term for it is.
Neither do I really. Right, yeah. Let's try that out. Okie dokie. Endless War, Impeccable Defense, Free for All. We haven't tried Endless War in a few hours.
I tried it, I think, for the second time ever today,
Hmm.
and I didn't last long. I got shot to pieces, probably by a lot of NPCs.
Yeah, it is another one of those scenarios which is a bit hit and miss. I mean, I tried to go on it last night, picked a side, and immediately, more than 50% of my scanner went red. So I guess I picked the wrong side. But we might have a few human players in here. What are we looking at?
This is why I'm only ever buying the 100 credit single gimbal pulse laser.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
it's
a lot of these scenarios just seem to go wrong a lot. You either get killed very, very quickly or the scenario isn't working right. So I'm not wasting an expensive loadout
no.
on that.
No, absolutely no. There's just no point. It's because there's a few issues to be ironed out at the moment. It's just not worth wasting your credits on there at the time being. So, but saying that though, I mean I'm happily going along trying to save up my credits at the moment, and I guarantee once they fixed a bunch of these errors, they'll reset the credits back to the default 10,000. So it'll be a waste of time anyway. But
If they do, they do.
sorry.
If they do, they do.
Yeah, I mean that's when that happens in alphas and betas, isn't it?
We're going to get server resets between now and the finished game anyway.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It happens. It's to be expected. But you make these plans in your head. You think, oh, if I save this and I save that, oh, I can do this. And uh-oh. You got my 6. Spotted you. So I have noticed that on the radar, obviously, anyone who is actually got you in their line of sight, they do flash white as well. Which is little consolation when you can't actually turn around quick enough to be able to do that. And I crashed again. Damn it. Damn it. I think it's... We were discussing this last night, actually. I was playing quite happily offline without many issues. And we think that having extra things going, particularly like OBS for capturing the screen and everything, it does seem to have a negative effect on the alpha at the moment. And I can understand why that is.
Yeah, I mean, I turn off Chrome, my browser, because it hogs the CPU too much.
Yeah, yeah.
And I only just get away with having Fraps running. But I've decided I don't need Fraps running to take screenshots, because you press F10 and it saves it in the app data folder.
Yeah, that's built in now. I think that was something they absolutely needed, really, in order for us to send back bug reports and everything. It was a bit of an important thing. And of course, one of the things that people might notice actually is the old AMD crash fix button on here, which is a temporary patch they put in late on Thursday or Friday for us because of some issue with older Radeon cards. So
Yeah.
that should help out a few people. It does actually impact every graphics card regardless, because it just nerfs the way that the planetary generation is done, so it doesn't try to use features that those cards fail to support properly.
So I have an NVIDIA card. Do I need to tick this AMD crash fix?
You don't need to, but you may experience fewer crashes if you do, but the planets won't look quite as good. All it really is I think it reduces the utilization of certain parts of geometry shaders or something along those lines. Again, hand wavy, but yeah, it will potentially improve the way the game's doing the planetary rendering for you, and stop you having so many crashes. So you can certainly give it a go. It may help you.
Right.
The other thing I've seen on the forums of people talking about this anti-aliasing option on there. Some people have saying that the FXAA technique by default is causing them various issues, crashing. And when they switch it up to the X4, the MLA X4 option, it does actually improve reduce the frequency of crashes. So another thing that might be worth checking out. So I'm going to pop into my personal favourite one, the ethics and credits, which I think this is the sort of style of play I'm probably going to be doing is scouting around, trying to find people, picking off bounties and things like that. I really enjoy that style of play, so I might be doing that a lot come release. But I think I will treat myself to a shiny new ship, as I've got loads of credits to spare. So, do we have 2 sneeze cannons, which would be fun?
I need to go AFK a moment.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, see you in a sec.
Myself while I'm AFK.
Okay, okay. Missile rack with heat seekers, a gimbaled pulse laser, the bounty hunter. Sounds good. I shall try this one. This sounds like a nice loadout. Now, I did in an earlier stream try the 9,000 credit loadout, which is ridiculous. Ridiculously. Greetings, Commander Spark. How are you doing? It would be cool if someone showed how lowered landing gear and cargo scooping looks from the outside. If I can bump into another commander to do that, I will try and sort that out. Obviously, we don't have 2 people doing it, so maybe I can convince Alien to load up and do it. We'll sort that out when Alien's back. We'll see what we can do. So I am in a sexy new Sidewinder, 6,000 credits worth of kit on this one. I've got the old... oh no, we don't want this one. Oh no, this is going to be interesting actually. I have got... Yes, 1, 2, 3. How am I going to... Secondary fire, heatsink. How do I do... I don't want to fire missiles at you. I certainly don't want to fire missiles at you. I want... How do I do this? I want that on secondary.
And I'm back.
Hello there. We just had a request from someone that I might need your assistance with if everything works well for you.
Okay.
Scanner.
Listening.
Oh, and I've given myself a bounty. Ah, what an idiot. It was a good shot from that distance, but not what I wanted to do. Yeah, someone was just asking whether or not they could we could show the cargo bay and landing gear coming down out of the ship. Obviously, I would need 2 camera point of views for that.
You'd want me to do the cargo and the landing gear?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get into the scenario and then all being well, nothing crashes on us, then I will carry on playing around in this scenario until...
Yeah, which scenario are you in?
I'm in the ethics and credits at the moment.
Right, I'm coming.
Let's see what we can do. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I did catch it on a couple of people last night. There's a full-on animation for the cargo bay opening and closing, and the same for the landing gear as well. It's not just you've got them on or off. There is actually a real animation that goes on there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I quite like that. It's nice
I've
to
seen
see that
the
detail.
cargo bay opening, and I took a couple of screenshots of it.
Yeah, we tried to get up really
to
close.
actually see it in video is another thing together.
Yeah, see if we can.
Ethics and credits.
Ethics and credits. Oh
Don't tell me you just got killed.
no, someone's trying to shoot at me though. Whoa, whoa, and they just rammed me.
We did this last time. Oh,
As soon as I tried, yeah, I know what you mean.
And then someone kills you.
I'm gonna see. Boom! Eat missile. And I'm on 1% hull. I've just blown So yeah, seriously, I've just blown 6,000 credits on this ship, and someone's just like nearly completely destroyed me. Ah! I didn't even get a shot off. There we go. I'll come back in with a bit of a cheaper loadout now that I've just blown all that money on there. I died. I got one missile off. That's typical. It's a nice one. Oh, a beam laser. Have you tried the loadout with the beam laser?
Not yet.
It's nice. It's nice. Although it does seem to overheat very, very quickly. So it's kind of like beam, and that's it. You know, you have to wait for it to cool down then. So.
For some reason I have no joystick. Let me fix that.
Okie dokie. Gimbaled beam laser. A gimbaled beam laser. My word. The heater. That's the
Now
one
I
I
have a
tried.
joystick.
Cool.
And I'm coming back to the beacon.
Rightio. I will try and bump into you. I should be loading in shortly. I thought I'd leave it until you're ready, and hopefully we will appear in the same instance. Okie dokie. Let's see if I can find. I can see 4 sidewinders on the. No, that can't be you. Unless you've somehow found a way of giving yourself a mining laser, which would be impressive. Neither is that. No. This is
Like something in front of me who's opened their cargo scoop.
I haven't opened anything yet, so I'm just.
Oh, and nearly rammed me.
This is the problem at the moment. Obviously, is like meeting up with each other is difficult at the moment because there's none of the grouping mechanics or anything have been enabled. Spoken about profusely, but not enabled yet. Commander Alien, there you are. I see you flying towards the beacon. Is that? Not very quick. Just and you stopped. There you go. You've just stopped. Yeah. There we go. So I will turn my lights on.
I have you.
Hey. So if you rotate, I can't. You're upside down to me, I think. So if you pitch up. There we go. Oh, hi. There we go. If you stay where you are, then, and I will level myself out with you, and I could just come underneath, and you know where the option is to change the landing gear, to drop the landing gear down? On the right-hand system menu, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, you found it?
Landing gear.
Yeah.
Now.
Okie dokie, let's see what happens. I'm not seeing anything. Are they down? Is they deployed?
Deployed, yep. Retracting.
Oh, that's unusual. Can't see anything on there. What about your cargo bay, if you pop your cargo bay open?
The whole thing's just hung on me.
Oh no! That's
Yeah.
We're right there! Right there! Yeah, and you've just boom, just disappeared. Damn. Apparently.
I'm offline now, am I?
Yeah, you just literally just vanished now.
Right.
And obviously.
Try.
So that's an interesting point. Actually, that's one of the things people were asking about. Obviously, was what happens when people DC. Obviously, when the release game is out, there's going to be an effect like you've shot into hyperspace out of the way, not just boop, disappear. You know, cease to exist in this particular universe. So it's all being worked on. You know, I think the hyperspace effect was placeholder in the previous versions we've seen.
Yeah.
Where is the beacon? Back. I will find the beacon and head back that way. It's not far from me anyway. Ooh, who's that? No, is that you? No, you're not on back. Oh,
go for a free loadout. All I'm doing is
oh.
6 credits. Coming back in.
What have I got? I got the gimbal pulse laser.
Take
nothing
two.
more. Take 2.
Yeah, I got to the right-hand panel and I selected landing gear and I deployed it.
Yeah.
And I think at that moment everything just
it just froze. That's typical. Who is that? Commander Zayman. Zayman.
Z-I-E-M-A-N?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just noticed that actually. There's oh, did you just hyperspace in? I think I heard a pop.
I've still got the loading screen.
No, that's Commander Malchi. Okay. I wasn't sure whether it would kind of pop your ship into existence a second before your loading screen comes in or not, so not sure how that works. I love that.
Psychic lift music now. And I'm in.
Okie dokie.
Right by the beacon.
Typical. There's a lot of players here, so I haven't seen you appear, so I'm wondering whether or not there's a... there might be a limit. You might have popped into another instance for a time being. What I'll do is I'll fly away from the beacon by a few clicks. Because that's what I've noticed actually, there's this kind of thing, is that you fly away and you lose contacts from your radar. And then... or your scanner. I keep saying radar when it's a scanner. It's a scanner! I should know that. Yeah, once you lose contacts from the list on the left-hand panel, and you fly back to that area again, you might be bubbled up with different contacts. So that's kind of an indication of this method that Frontier have spoken about, is how we're going to get bunched together. At the moment, obviously, there no grouping system, no mechanic for that at all. So we don't get a choice over how that grouping works. It's literally just going to be bunching us together as it sees fit. So I'm going to fly back to the beacon now, and hopefully you'll pop into existence. Are you right by the beacon yourself? Yeah.
I am right by the beacon.
Can't see another contact at the moment. No, Commander Malchi is still camping out by the beacon there, and I can't see you. So that's a great start to that there. Trying to think how else we can get this to work. Because obviously we can't choose who we want to play with yet. I will fly further away. Hopefully that will
Oh, and I've just crashed.
Ah, damn! Well, you keep reconnecting, and then hopefully at some point you'll...
I actually get back in the same instance together.
So there is a bit of a weird effect at the moment, is that I can actually I can see all the connections. So it's the way the game's currently working, like debug sort of thing. You can actually see from the network log who is recently connected. So I'm going to try and get that out and have a look. See if I...
Okay, trying again.
Yes, Alien PC. I did see you connect at some point. So what happens is currently the client connects you into what in its own terminology it refers to as an island, which is, appears to be like a collection of machines, and that is how it kind of bubbles people together. So it needs to obviously there needs to be a limit on it, and there needs to be someone hosting that session and everything. So it is really peculiar. It's obviously no other game kind of does it this way. So it's odd, but what I can do is I can actually try and spot you, and if you've been connected to my same island as me, you will show up in my log, which is a roundabout way of doing it at the moment. Disconnected, too many retries, new machine, name unknown. So I think you just reconnected, you should be in there. Are you by the beacon at the moment?
I've got the loading screen.
Okie dokie.
And I'm right by the beacon.
Okie dokie, let's just check the log and see if you've... Connection from now attached. Right, okay, so you should be in the instance now. I can't see you on your because you're outside of scanner range. I'm going to put my foot down and get there as quick as I can before something else goes wrong. Come on. Rightio, 3 clicks out, 2.5. I can see a bunch of sidewinders popping up on the radar. Who's that? Who is that? No, that's Commander Dan Harrison. Can you see
Yes,
Dan Harrison?
I
Right
have
here.
Dan Harrison, so
Got to be close by.
we are in the same instance.
Oh, right. Are you looking at him? Are you just over there?
Gonzalez. I'm going through the players
On the side, yeah.
stand.
Cansalis, I just saw them as well.
What have I got now?
Right, sidewinder, sidewinder.
Kerrash.
Oh, you've got to be somewhere close. Is that no? That's 3.5 kilometers away. That can't be you.
53 meters away from you.
Oh, you've got to be somewhere.
You're nearer the beacon than I am. Let me fly at you.
Okay. Oh, is that you there turning?
Lights on. Lights off. Lights on. Lights off. Lights on. Lights off. Lights on. Lights off.
No, I
Lights
can't.
off.
Oh dear.
Lights on. Lights off.
No, that's not you.
Well, if I just
Yes.
gently nudge you, you'll know where I am.
Oh,
then.
oh, is that you? I've got you. I've got you. There you are. Right, I'm going to quickly turn my lights on. If you want to go quickly...
No! No!
No, don't crash!
No!
Don't crash!
It's hung on me again!
Ah! It's me. It's me. That's what it is. It's me. Every time someone comes in contact with me, their PC crashes. That's just how it is. Damn it. Ah, so close. So close, and yet so far.
Am I still in the instance? with you?
You're still there currently, yeah. Yeah, I've still
Am I
got you
doing
targeted.
anything?
Floating. Right, you are... PC... Yeah, your PC's just disconnected.
Ah.
Yeah, just disconnected on there. Yes, we've got this unofficial way of tracking who's in your instance by, you know, browsing the network log. I like that. It's a nice hack.
Again.
Yeah, we will get there. We will get there. We will do it. It's for the community. It's what the community's asked for.
The thing is, my PC's not that powerful by today's standards. It only just runs the alpha, and even then I have all the graphics turned down to low.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I was surprised actually. I was chatting to a few people on the TeamSpeak last night, and they had you know, like crazy machines. I was so jealous. It's not fair. I mean, someone quoted having like 32 gigs of RAM or something like that. I was like, what? like I don't even have that much in the workstation I use at work. It's like, why have you got that much RAM? That's more than most servers. It's like,
Yeah.
yes, I still want it, but why? No, I will attempt to upgrade this year. I think it's going to need it eventually. But it is quite good that it, you know, the game does work on quite a broad spectrum of specifications of machines. So I think this person's, yeah, Gonzalez is aware that it's me and thinks I'm live streaming, so is in front of the camera. Hi, Gonzalez, over here. Hi.
No, I just think that the fact that I'm playing it on an old PC, I mean, my PC's a good 5 years old. It gives Frontier an idea of the sort of specs of the machine that will play it.
Oh, someone is just... that's typical. Someone's beat you to it, Alien. Gonzalez has just sat here and started opening the scoop, but I will wait for you to do it because he's just flown off again. Oh, I heard a hyperspace pop in. Did you get in? No, might have been someone else. If you've not loaded yet, then it was someone else.
I'm in the scenario.
Oh.
I'm just trying to find if I'm in the same scenario as you.
There's someone
Same
close by.
instance as you. Who have I got here?
Who's that there?
Thomas Sheen.
No, it's Gonzalez is still staring at me.
I'm by the beacon,
Uh,
but I don't think I'm in the same instance as you.
let me zoom in a
And
little.
I've crashed.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't think I was in the same instance as you either.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna call quits on this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was saying to you before we came on the stream, I have trouble.
It's yeah when
starting-
there's a lot of machines, a lot of people playing a lot of times a day. I mean, we can try and record it offline. Fortunately, like I was just saying, just as you were about to come into the instance, Gonzalez is actually there. He's just deployed his landing gear as well. Actually, so I'm gonna get a. So that's obviously see
Thank you, Gonzalez.
thank you. That's the community spirit. Like that's
Yeah.
so seeing us struggle, so they do it for us. And Gonzalez is on the chat. Ah, that's why. Sorry, I had windows overlapping the chat trying to arrange this. So, thank you. You've shown it for us. If you we're just.
We won't shoot you.
And he's
that's
popped his
what
trunk
life
for him as
looks
well.
like.
There we go. He's just popped the trunk for us as well. So I'll try and.
Jeez!
Sneeze. Oh, look at that! See,
Complex.
that's really interesting. Actually, you can see the actual like, the tiny little slots that those little bays go into as well. So yeah, the little octagonal shaped canisters that we pick up for everything on there. And oh, we're lit up well enough that I don't need my lights on. I don't think. That's we got quite a good shot. My shadow is casting over the thing.
And the cargo scoop there, look.
Mike Sigaloo there is saying he's going to script the show for us. Yeah, Gonzalez is right there. Yeah, there is a huge delay on the stream. It's the same for every stream, really. It's the way it works. Is it takes a few seconds for it to, to get up to the server and get encoded and go back to everyone else. So, thank you very much, Commander. Fly on, fly safe. But there we go. So, what were we doing? What were we doing before we were messing around with things like that for fun?
I can't remember.
I was going to go off and claim bounties, but
I've crashed about 5 times.
yeah, that's such a shame. It's such a shame. I was going to try and collect bounties on this scenario, but as we have found out, the community has this amazing ability to self-police, which it fascinates me. This scenario, even though it's supposed to be about pirates and bounty hunters going against each other, there's virtually no pirates. Nobody wants to be evil because they know that like the entire community was just going to turn around and blow them out of the sky as soon as they're not naughty in any particular way. So
Credit bounty on your head. Pew, pew,
yeah, it's
pew,
like,
pew,
oh,
pew.
you've been naughty, bang! So yeah, I think we might see a massive influx of bounty hunters. Oh, who was that? Someone literally just punted the. That was Gonzalez. Gonzalez just tried to punt the iron ore container out from under me as I was attempting to scoop it, and nearly took the underside of my ship out at the same time. Luckily, it span around and I grabbed it. Yoink.
Commander Alexander asks, talking of specs, what do people think about running the game on a high-ish end laptop?
It certainly should be doable. I mean, the key feature for a lot of games, this one in particular as well, because of how it's built, is going to be a graphics card. That is going to be the primary concern.
Yeah.
Most CPUs are pretty much capable of running these things these days. I think is it a dual core? Is the specification for this, or is it a quad core they're asking for?
Didn't Michael say quad core?
I'm pretty sure he said quad core. Yeah, I mean,
I've only got dual core CPU, and
Yeah.
I only just run it.
yeah, I mean it's obviously running. I think you know for relatively quiet situations and stuff, you should be able to get away with lesser hardware. But I think ideally for the whole range of scenarios that you're going to be seeing in the game, then you're probably going to want you know, a quad core like Michael has said in
Yeah.
order for that to work
I'm
properly
going
for
to
you.
need to get my new PC built for the finished game.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might
beta.
upgrade. Yeah, definitely. I might upgrade myself as well, but yeah, but absolutely the key feature of it is going to be a graphics card, and not necessarily the amount of RAM, which is what everyone everyone
It
asks for.
doesn't need to be the most expensive graphics card
No.
out there. It
No,
just
absolutely.
needs to have about 2 gig of onboard memory.
Yeah, yeah, and I think Psycho Cow actually did mention that he just recently bought his son a was it a NVIDIA GT 640, I think, which is is a reasonable mid to low end range card for that 600 series of the NVIDIA cards, and he says it runs fine. It runs absolutely fine. And
Yeah.
it's not necessarily the memory. Like I said, the key thing with the graphics cards is the feature set. What series it is. Like 600 series is going to be quite well specced out feature wise. It's going to have I can't remember the exact shader model it supports, 4.0 maybe touches on 5.0 shader
Yeah.
model, and that's going to be the key important thing, particularly as we've seen like with the AMD bug that's being worked on at the moment with the temporary patch on there. The geometry shaders are used quite extensively in this game, and that's something that was kind of brought into the shader model specification quite late in the day. We've had vertex shaders and vertex and pixel shaders right from the start, or fragment shaders, and geometry shaders are quite new. So you will need a graphics card that supports quite a high level specification, and I think that's why they said was it a DX10 compatible card, but DX11 preferred, I think, was the official specs.
Galatron asks, I've got a 680. Will it be okay with this? Will I be able to run this on high?
680. Let me try and think where that fits into the scheme of things, because Nvidia's naming convention has just gone screwy again, isn't it? So.
Give you an idea of what I'm using. I'm using an NVIDIA GT 520 with a gig of RAM on it, and it only just runs it.
Yeah, so I think with the 680 you're going to be better off because it's the higher end of that range of cards. So the 680 is going to be much more capable anyway. I think you're going to be able to run that fine. I have got at the moment, I think it's a 760 GTS. Not GTS, GTX.
Everyone's posting their specs.
Yeah, it's compare time. Let me just check
Mike's Igloo says, "Sorry, Crush, I have 24 gig of RAM."
Oh, that's so unfair. I could
But
fit 24 in
his
here,
machine
but
for video editing, so that's
yeah,
fair
you need
enough.
something like that. I really do need it actually because I'm working at home a lot more, and I need to be able to compile large code bases. So I think I'm gonna have a good excuse to upgrade. But yeah, at the moment I've got literally 6, which is diabolically low by today's standards. At the time when I bought it, that was huge. That was massive.
Yeah, like I say, mine's about 5 years old, and at the time it was a decent spec machine.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
now it's low end.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, the average at the time when I was speccing this machine out, which was, I think it was only about 3 years ago, was about 2 gig of RAM. So I was way over, by the standards then. And 6 is still reasonable, but I think the issue is, particularly this is a brand new game, brand new engine, so it's going to be pushing the hardware boat out there, so to speak. And with the advent of these new consoles, I won't mention them by name as they've got enough publicity money as it is. The new consoles obviously are going to be pushing the capabilities of things out, so people are going to be able to get these more impressive games, and it's going to raise the bar. So eventually all these PC games are going to be finally utilizing this ridiculous amount of RAM that we've all had sat in our machines for so long. So definitely RAM is going to be an important commodity, particularly for a game like this with a lot of generative content. Even having the CPU that which is big enough, the quad core and everything like that, because this is all generative content, you're going to want all of the RAM you can, because then the game could more effectively cache generated content, so it doesn't have to keep recreating it. It can just create it, keep it in, and keep it for a lot longer. So you're going to see less pop-in of details and stuff as that happens. So yeah, RAM is going to become more important. I think I'm going to have to buy some RAM pretty early, because from what I tell, the stock of Satec X52 flight sticks is kind of disappearing in most UK retailers, and I blame myself for this. It just seems everyone is clamoring after these things now.
See, a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been Scott Manley's Elite Dangerous Alpha 2
Yes.
video.
Yeah.
someone asked what joystick to get, and I said, well, everyone's going for the Satek X52, which the devs favoured, but any joystick with a throttle control will be fine.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And the guy said, thanks to me on YouTube.
Yeah, no, it seems to be the favoured stick of the moment, and I did hear that Amazon are trying to get some stock in or something because it's like I can't believe that that kind of impact can happen just from a bunch of people saying, oh, it's really good, and now suddenly it's like everyone wants one. It's supply and demand, I suppose.
I think any joystick with a throttle control is fine.
Yeah, and anything with that. And there's a couple of ones which, because these hot ass controllers where you have the two parts, the two pieces on separate bases. Wonderful things, because you can lay them out however you want. You can get, quite comfortable the way you want it. But there are some nice ones where you have a little throttle controller on the side. Still perfectly as functional as having it this way. And in a lot of respects, this thing is just way overkill because it's just got so many buttons. I don't know where to look first. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I mean, I don't have a hot ass or an X52. I have the Mad Catz Fly 5.
Yeah, that's
it's got 11 buttons and a shift, so effectively it's got 22 buttons.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's.
I don't even use the 11, to be honest.
No, it's a crazy number of buttons on your own.
Perfectly fine for Elite Dangerous. I have no problems playing Elite Dangerous with it. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. It's more than good enough. So I got a cargo canister, so I'm gonna cargo scanner, so I'm gonna start causing some trouble in this instance because it's fun and because no one does it because everyone just runs away.
The other day I did try shooting at the Anaconda's cargo bay.
Yes.
And it was really funny. The Anaconda decided to hug an asteroid.
It's like, go away!
It positioned itself so its belly was up against the asteroid. It was funny, and I'm still sat there shooting at it.
Bless it. Right, he's got one. Let's see. See, I'm not sure how this works, whether or not, because I've just scanned this Sidewinder now. He had one piece of cargo just now. He's still got one iron ore canister. I don't know if I follow him around for a little while, whether or not he'll gain any more, or whether or not just by him breaking off pieces of iron ore we'll start to see iron canisters appear around him. But I will attempt to target his cargo hatch, which is on the underside. I'll say. Turn my lights on.
Might have a go one at some point with the second to highest loadout, the Bounty Hunter at 6,000 credits.
Yeah.
You get a gimbaled beam laser, and you get, on the other loadout, you get Seeker missiles.
Yes, yeah, I did have a quick go on the Bounty Hunter until someone decided to blow me up, which was fun because I was trying to meet with you, which was typical. I'll blame it on that. It wasn't because I was not paying attention. But yeah, it was a nice spec actually, although I can't afford to keep spending money like that. I'm having some issues
thanks
with
to Frontier giving 10,000 a day for a couple of days. I've got 32,000 credits.
Oh, they've been topping it up daily, have they?
Not every day. It was
right.
only a couple of days after 2.0 came out. Each day they gave out 10,000 credits, and then they stopped.
Cool. Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
There we go. Where's that gone?
I was quite pleased one day in Ethics and Credits. Someone with a 3,750 bounty on the head was attacking other ships. I decided to attack them because they only had 54% hull. By the time I killed them, and to be fair, they didn't even retaliate back at me.
No.
They had the bounty had gone up to 4,100.
Oh.
And I was like, thank you.
Ching! There you go. That's the way to do it. I think, yeah, like I said, I think bounty hunting is going to be a popular career in this game, actually. But I think I don't know whether I'm just doing it wrong or whether something needs to be done to make piracy a more a viable option. But it doesn't seem to be a very good way of making a living, really. And it's like because I think there's that argument of, about how close is piracy to griefing. So uh, is it wrong to make it a type of career path that to encourage it effectively?
I don't know.
It's these tough choices.
I've said on the forum many a time, where do you draw the line between pirating and griefing?
Yeah,
It's a very thin line.
yeah, absolutely. But I don't know. I don't know where I stand myself. I think seeing this in action now, it kind of makes me feel that piracy is a part of the game, and it is something that people are going to do, and they should be able to do. And it's a bloody hard career choice at the moment, so it's probably going to be best if it stays that way, really. So it's going to discourage griefing, but you get that satisfaction that if you do manage to make a good career of being a pirate, you know that you've achieved one of the most difficult career paths in the game, effectively. So I think that probably will balance it out, because the people who really do want to be pirates are going to they're going to want that achievement, aren't they, of doing that sort of thing. I know there's a bunch of people on the forums who adamantly want to be pirates, and I think fair play to them. If they add to the depth of the game and they make things more interesting, then yeah, sure, why not let them go for that? But it's going to be a hard career choice, so fair play to them.
They're going to have no end of fighting to work their way up through the elite rankings.
Yeah, absolutely. I just lost track of Cansalis. I was gonna stay on his 6 and help him out, but I just lost track of him. Damn. Never mind. Okie dokie. Who else have we got? There doesn't seem to be any human players.
No.
And no one else has got a bounty, so let's take out Cobb. Where's Cobb? Some odd
I had a
names.
strange thing happen once today in that ethics and credit scenario. One of the anacondas had a 700 credits bounty on.
Yeah,
I just went over to take a look. I didn't even get my guns out, and the anaconda went red for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, there's this weird kind of I don't know whether it's intentional or not, but there's this weird thing where if you fly through the mining laser and get hit, then they...
No, it wasn't even doing that.
No?
No, it was just sat there, no mining laser, nothing. It wasn't turning, wasn't moving, nothing. I just flew up to it. I wasn't even close. I didn't hit it, nothing. It just went red.
Weird. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a bug then, maybe. Very odd. But there are some really odd behaviours that happen on a couple of things. He has got 4 cargo canisters, so I am going to give him a boot. Where is it? Ready and boom! There we go. I got a bounty, but hey. Oh, shoot. He just flew into an asteroid. I didn't kill him. Wasn't me. I do love that. That is quite funny, actually. If you spook them, they fly into an asteroid. Now, I don't think that's intended behaviour, but it's so hilarious, and it does kind of fit into that kind of like, oh my god, I've got someone shooting me sort of thing. And it's like something you'd expect someone, like a human pilot to do, like, because if the AI is infallible, it's going to be downright boring. But I think that's really quite funny, actually, if you see the AI is just kind of like, oh crap. So I've got a ridiculous bounty on my head now. Probably, was it 1350, I think? Yep, that's going to be fun. If any human players pop into this instance now, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. Yeah. Whoops, there we go. That was scooping like a boss. That's how we do it in the IOTA Cruxis system. So I was quite surprised that this was the location of this version, because this is a heck of a way out. Actually, the IOTA Cruxis system is quite a few light years from Earth. I think something like 140 light years, something like that. That's a heck of a way. That suggests that the galactic map that we're going to see in this version of the game is going to be huge in comparison to the previous game. And by that I don't mean like the overall map, like the currently populated area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be absolutely massive. So not sure how that's going to play out. I mean, obviously with the faster hyperspace, fast hyperspace transport and all the travel that's going to be in this version of the game, kind of makes sense that people are going to be able to get around quicker. That's going to be whoa, whoa, incoming missile, whoa. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Oh shoot! Sorry, that put me right off my track. Whoa, whoa, and I crashed. And I don't think I scooped the canister and I didn't have a chance to sell it. Damn you. This is what I mean. As soon as you're naughty, you get your ass handed to you. Never mind. I probably deserve that. Probably. Right here, I think actually where are we looking now? So we're coming up to about an hour. I'd better put a break in the video, otherwise I'm going to have issues. I will try and switch this over now. So I think it's time for everyone to have a quick cuppa, and we can come back in a few minutes. So thanks everyone who's watched so far, and we'll see you shortly.
We'll be right back.